very active in our Caregivers Connect group, and he's also a mentor.
让我们一起来欢迎 Francis。
Good afternoon. My name is Francis. I'm a caregiver for my mom, who is 79 on wheelchair, and a brother who is suffering from schizophrenia psychosis, a mental disorder. However, I wish to share a somewhat different story that I thought is pretty common in our society too. A caregiving story that is not out of love, but conscience. As I was brought up in a broken family at a tender age, love is not what I know. More so in the moral value that I wasn't taught by my parents. So several years back, as I realized that my mom, who maybe for medical condition may not be able to walk, at the same time my brother, who have strong sign of mental disorder, that I wasn't in the position to actually accept that I could be the caregivers. And as we are staying apart for so long, not in communication term, but in a family of brothers, where they prefer to play a passive, if not an evasive role, I guess, as I say, it's the conscience that I told myself, I have to be in this journey. Of course, it's never an easy journey, more so for me. I need to find answers. Answers as to how do I look after my mom, even my brother, who is totally of a different condition, and more challenging than I could imagine. Of course, for the start, I attended a lot of talks, read up a lot of books, internet. And it was in this one talk that I attended by Ewa that I realized that I may have found the answers. Yes, indeed. I attended several trainings with Ewa, particularly Caregiver Education and Support Program, CESP. And I was empowered, the skill to communicate, which I needed so much, which I've not done for years. Communicating with my recipients is obviously a challenge, because putting in perspective of their condition and letting them know, myself as a caregiver, that we are able to work together to look after their condition, often end in argument. And of course, communication with my own family, my spouse, my daughter. They need to know why I'm in this role. More so the drastic changes that I need to make, financially too. And I admit, I do not blame them for not accepting what I'm doing. And at the same time too, as I joined the Caregiver Connect group, and I met all these wonderful caregivers, which we call Caring Heart. We share our problems together. We share our solution, whether it works or not. We even brainstorm and reinvent some solution which actually works. But what most of all is that after a year with my Caring Heart groups, they are like part of my family. Being the coordinator of the group, we used to organize outings together to self-care ourselves, which we needed most. Sometimes, yes, we even cry together as we discuss. I guess it's not a shame as a man too. And caregiving role is not just for women, as I would like to say, it's also for men. Where we also need to impart to our next generation, as the elderly numbers will grow, not to mention children with special needs. So, if I may invite all caregivers here today, please join us. Connect with us. Network with us. You should not be alone in this journey. No matter how sound your financial is or even education. Excuse me. Yep. Join us in our group where we are able to share together. Yeah. The government may have rolled out a lot of policies and hardware for our recipients, as in elderly, children with special needs, and even other needs. But if I may speak on behalf of all caregivers today, to the government, to the agencies, and even the VWO, please look deep into our emotional aspect, our psychological aspect, which is our software. This, if I may speak on behalf of all caregivers, is the toughest that we have to go through. And on this note, on this launch of this Caregiver Connect today by our VIP, may I invite all of you to celebrate with me. Yes. Celebrate our caregiving role, because we deserve it. The reason is we have given everything we got from our heart, sacrificed so much, financially, career, and to some extent, even all for our loved one. So, join us, please. On this note, I wish to wish all caregivers happiness and health for your journey ahead. Thank you.